Okay, scrappers. Yeah, here's a 26-inch Sony LCD up next, and it's only nice and small and compact. It's going to be pretty quick and easy scrap. Although it's got a very heavy stand, this one. Scrap steel again. No, I'm not going to try and sell that one. It's just it's a big stand, but it's just such a small TV. Sony's a good brand. Obviously, if I get larger Sony LCDs, I'll definitely probably keep the stands on them. But these little ones, not very popular. But it should be. Oh yeah, it looks all right. Just plastic, so no scrap value there. But yeah, it, with Sony being a quality brand, you can see it's all, even though it's only a small 26 inch, but you can see that it's got a lot going on in here. So you should be, still board wise, we should still get reasonably good value. I've opened up a few things, a bit more steel. So yeah, got a few boards to take off. Looks okay. Sony looks like it's just going to be because this one has got so many like these video connections and this steel thing. This almost would qualify as a low grade rather than even a mid grade board. So yeah. And whereas this one here looks like a bit of a low grade, mid grade. Yeah, this one here will be a mid grade board, obviously, because it's got none of this junk on it. Unless you took off these connectors. But this one's a bit of a rusty old one. It's obviously been sitting out in the rain for a while. But yeah, I'll get into it. I'll get to the T-Con board, the finger strip boards, and we'll have a look at what sort of value is in it. But already it's it's got this nice big power board. It's got large transformers on it. Some nice copper spools, aluminium heat sinks. So this will be a pretty good power board. Yeah, and it'll just be interesting to see how good the finger strip boards are. Okay, so I've got most of the boards off and the main steel panel. Also got the front plastic off. So just left with this sideboard here, and as it is, this is just a low grade board, so that's what I'll count it as. But if you actually took off all these little copper little transformers, little spools of copper, and then you could you can turn this into a mid-grade board if you take off all these. If you leave them on, it's just going to be a low-grade board. But because on the board there's actually a lot of MLCCs worth taking off, so that's what I'd probably do. I'll take off these, throw these in the transformer bucket, and then I'll depopulate this board, or you could just sell it as a mid-grade board then. Nothing on the other side. And the T-Con board here, Sony's always a nice T-Con board. You can see some gold flashing, and just some really nice flat pack here, nice chunky one, some IC chips here, and some really nice MLCCs sort of all over it, and then you gold plating kind of all over it. On the other side it's blank, but it's just still got some gold flashing. Nice big chunk there. So once you take off this IC chip, if that's what you do, you'd get another block like this under here. If it had a gold corner chip, you could send this off as like a high grade motherboard grade, but it still goes as a mid grade, so it's worth depopulating. Also, these be nice gold pins in there, and yeah, so always, you know, I trim off these gold ribbons, and you know, you also got some gold plating in there. So yeah, nice T-con board. And the last thing, I'll just turn it around, and just in as I mentioned in the other LCD video, you don't open up LCDs completely. You just pry open the top cover to get out your the finger strip boards, because you don't want to open up the whole thing. You expose yourself to the mercury, like we did in the last video. So that's all we want to do. Cut along, cut the ribbon off, and there's our, you know, even though it's a small TV, it is a Sony, so everything's going to be pretty good quality. There's nothing on there. Yeah, just sort of peel off this bit of ribbon wire. There's no gold on the ends of these ribbon wires. That's it. So it's only a little one because it's a little TV, but you know, the gold plating's all along there. Some of it's dark because it's just got some adhesive on it, but you know, for what it is, it's still, you know, pretty good. Get the other one out. Okay, so there we go. Got two nice finger strip boards to add to the collection, and so individually they don't have a whole heap of value, but you know, if you do a lot of these LCD TVs, they're, you know, these are going to add up. Once you get like a few hundred of them, or even a few thousand of them, it's going to be really good for gold recovery. And you also got little MLCCs and stuff like that on. Alright, I'll just get a tally and see what we got. Okay, so there's not a lot of scrap value in the end for this little LCD, but there's the steel, and this was the mid-grade boards, the two little finger strip boards. As you can see, smaller TV, smaller finger strip boards. T-con board is about standard size. Another couple little mid-grade boards, and then just you know, mostly low-grade boards. As I said, clean off these copper little transformers, and you can turn this into a mid-grade. But the rest are just low-grade power kind of boards, and just some obviously some copper wire, insulated wire. So yeah, overall not a great deal for this Sony KLV. So there's 1.43 kilos power boards, only 200 grams of mid-grade, no high grade, you know, about 310 grams of insulated copper wire, no aluminium, and 12.8 kilos of scrap steel. So at the moment, $2.20 value, but yeah, so main problem at the moment, you know, is this scrap steel. Right now it's 4 cents a kilo, and so, you know, until we can get the steel back up to 15 to 20 cents a kilo, you know, there's not much, you know, you lose quite a bit on the scrap value for these TVs. But you know, at the end of the day, if you're building up circuit boards for precious metal recovery, you know, the values I give here are for you to sell. They're obviously not value if you depopulate all these boards, take all the MLCCs, the flat packs ICs, and recover the gold yourself and all that. Obviously, your scrap value is going to be a lot more than $2.20, even on this little TV. So that's the, you know, for me, that's the whole idea of things, is to just accumulate all this stuff. You know, unless you're relying totally on making money from scrapping TVs, which is going to be pretty hard to earn a living out of scrapping TVs alone, unless you're getting a whole heap of computers. So I basically, you know, rely on scrapping, you know, or getting stuff like this. You know, this is, you know, there's probably 40 PCs here today. You know, if you can get something like this every week or two, then you know, if you just value your PCs at $10 a pop, you know, if you can get 20 or 30 PCs a week from various places, you know, big photocopiers, you know, that's kind of where you're going to make a little bit of money from scrapping. The scrapping TVs is just a bit of a bonus on top. You know, I'm a recycler, so I need to recycle them properly. So the boards and stuff that I get out of them are just a little bonus. Anyway, keep scrapping, guys. Have fun. I'll catch you next time.